Hi everybody, I hope you're doing great today. In our last video about the chakras, we covered the first chakra, the root chakra, and that one was about the ego and survival skills and financial security and security of all kinds. And today we're going to move up to the second chakra, which is also called the sacral chakra. This chakra is where creativity comes from and procreativity. So it really does help writers and artists and anybody that is creative to bring ideas forth. And creative ideas and impulses originate from your second chakra. On a physical level, it's also related to infertility or fertility, depending on if it is moving in a healthy direction. So if you are having problems with fertility and trying to get pregnant, this is a really good chakra to work with. If you're a writer with writer's block, this is your chakra. Anyone trying to create something and maybe you feel stuck, this is a chakra to work with. So let me tell you a little bit more about it. So the second chakra is related to the sexual organs. And since I have ovarian cancer, that is a chakra that is relatable to me, and I do work with it. The color of this chakra is orange. Carnelian is the most popular stone for this chakra. It is an orange stone, not a bright orange. And anything with a brown kind of tinge to it, certain jaspers. There are jaspers of all kinds of colors, so they relate to a lot of the chakras. I would also say that tiger's eye is actually good for the first and the second chakra. So if you're looking for the perfect stone, carnelian is kind of like the go-to. It's not an expensive stone. It is very pretty, and you can get it in jewelry, and you could just, they're not big, so you can put one right in your pocket. The element that it relates to is water. I don't work with the elements as much in regards to chakras, but if you do, it would be perhaps a moon phase. Water and the moon are very related. So I would say anything to do with water would help with this, any kind of a ritual that you need to have. Like, let's say I have worked with this chakra during full moon phase. I'm very connected to the moon phases, and not everybody is. But understand, especially for women, if this rules the sexual organs and infertility, women are very connected to the moon for the most part. I'm speaking for all women, obviously. But for me, it is a very strong element, and it's probably the one that I would work with more than any other chakra. And really, this is for somebody that's really going to study the chakras further and do healing work. Those are things that are helpful. So let me just refer to my notes. When this chakra is in balance, you flourish with the qualities of sensitivity and intuition. You are idealistic and a dreamer. You also do well with change and are able to go with the flow of life. You also have a strong sense of self and what you want, and find creative ways to get it. So, as I said, it helps with creative people, even if you're redecorating your house, this chakra is a very strong one in your life because we create our life. And just wearing orange, if you are looking for fertility or want to get your creative juices flowing, Wear orange. That's what I do. Now, when I was first diagnosed with ovarian cancer, somebody told me I should wear an orange cloth over my abdomen and lay in the sun. And that's all I'm supposed to wear. I was like, okay, thank you. Yeah, that didn't happen. I don't think it would have cured my cancer. So out of balance, when this chakra is out of balance, you may have a tendency toward being over emotional and very theatrical. Yeah. This is kind of like saying you have PMS, because it's coming from that region. And yeah, we do that, right? Especially women. Now, not to say that this doesn't only affect women. It just seems that this chakra is more geared to women when we explain it. But, anything like ED or something from, men having some issues sexually, this can also help you. Even infertility. I mean, maybe it's not, maybe it is sperm count. It doesn't have to be a problem with fallopian tubes. So, AI must be having a great time with all the words I'm throwing out there. So, so very theatrical, and I hate to say that only women are theatrical. I've met a lot of male drama queens in my day. So keeping yourself grounded may be difficult, and you can get overly caught up in daydreams. You don't want to really be here. You want to be out there doing something else. And your creativity may become blocked, and dealing with change can be difficult. So that sounds like somebody that's PMSing to me. So maybe I'm not one that has to worry about that anymore, but if you are, then, and you have very difficult periods, go get yourself a little orange washcloth and lay in the sun naked. When you meditate, you should probably think about orange, and there's oodles of websites and web pages and YouTube videos, probably. I don't know, I didn't look for any, but covering each chakra in a little bit more depth than I am. I'm just giving you the basics. And this way, it'll give you an idea of what chakra you need to learn a little bit more. I wanted to just backtrack. I just saw in my notes about the water element, the sacral chakra represents liquid. There is a connection between the planet and your body. Both are made up of a significant amount of water. Okay. I wrote that as notes. I'm not sure what the point was, but there you go. So that's it for this chakra. I hope you enjoyed it. And women especially work with this chakra. All right. So until the next video, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.